God. You know, that song, though, I believe... What's the guy's name? What's the guy's name who does that song? What's the guy's name? Roddy Ricch. Like, it's featuring Roddy Ricch. There's that... You know that song that was really big a few years ago? The Box? The one that's in that meme with Dracula from Hotel Transylvania, where it's like, I just got the stink in the box. I got the whole damn seal. I'ma get lazy. That one. I have terrible memories of that song because it's a banger. It's a banger. I really enjoy listening to it. But when I was studying a few years ago, I lived in a studio flat in student accommodation. And the problem with this is that it meant that I had a lot of privacy, but I happened to be situated in the single worst room possible in the entire fucking building. So, I'll explain to you the nightmare that was my first year. So, it's nice, because you can go to uni at any age. So, me being an ancient demon, I could still go. You know, I just paid my fee, you know, got my student loan and everything like that, so it was good. It was a fucking nightmare. So, I lived in this studio flat, so I wasn't in, like, a shared flat with a load of other students. I was in, like, my own little studio space. Which I figured would be better for someone of my age. And so I was living there, but my flat had a door that opened right onto the main corridor. Was there a club nearby? There fucking might as well have been. So my flat opened straight out onto the main corridor. And that corridor happened to be right next to the lift. So anyone walking into and out of the lift, I could hear clear as day. And I happened to be living on the exact same floor as the fucking smoker's terrace, which is where everybody, after being on a night out, because obviously in uni everyone's going for nights out, everyone went to the smoker's terrace, there and back. And so I would be woken up at 2, 4, 6, 7, whatever hour of the fucking morning every night by people shouting and screaming at each other while they waited for the lift. Because if there's one thing about staying in student accommodation is that a lot of them, the thing about uni is a lot of students come from fuck off money, and a lot of those students don't fucking know how to behave. A lot of them have no idea how to behave in a functional society, and so they're just loud all the time. And I just remember one night, it was literally 4 AM, and I got woken up by one guy who was alone, I assumed, alone. And he, was out waiting for the lift, and he started playing that song out loud on his phone to himself. He just was stood out there, and I started hearing and it was 4 in the fucking morning. And I was just sat there like, oh, I was lying in bed, woken up by this guy who was just blasting it on his phone to himself with no one around. He didn't have headphones. He was in a building where people fucking live. And he was like, okay, I have to listen to this song on my phone out loud right now. So yeah, did not get the best sleep in that building. But it's fine. It was a funny experience, and I now have a good story to tell, so it is what it is.